I got a great question for you. Why aren't you more successful already? My name is Steve Mills. Thank you for watching this video. And I'm here today to talk to you about success, being more successful. I hear lots of people tell me things like, we're really good at what we do. We've got great customers. We've got great customer service. We've got enough leads. I even hear that. And then when I actually dig down, these businesses are not successful. I go to networking events and I see people telling me how great their business is and what they're doing and how good they are. But the truth of the matter, 99% of the time, is that they're struggling away. You only need to look at the government statistics, not my opinion, but the government, that says that 80% of businesses that basically formed this year will have gone bust within 5 years. And of the remaining 20%, a full 90% of those will no longer be trading after a further 5 years. And that's an alarming statistic. But the question is, why is that? Now, if you speak to accountants, they'll tell you, well, it's about poor cash flow. It's about, financial, misconduct. Well, not so much misconduct, but lack of expertise on the financial side of their business. And I totally agree that, that is definitely a big one. That's one of the reasons why businesses are not as successful as they could be, because they don't manage the money properly. The other reason, and I believe it's a far bigger reason, is they just don't simply have enough sales. I don't care what your problem is in business. If you had more money, you could probably get over that problem. If you don't have time to do things, and that's probably because you've not got enough money in order to pay people to do them. If you've got HR problems, it's probably because you've not got a HR person in place. If you've got IT issues, it's because you've not got the right equipment or the right systems in place. And if you had the money, you could get that sorted out. So, I do believe the biggest problem that people have, and the reason that they're not successful, is that they're simply not selling enough stuff. And, if you look at that and break that down into its two component parts, it's because they're not creating enough leads, and or they're not turning enough of those leads into sales. So they're either rubbish at selling or don't have time to do it often. A lead comes in and 5 days later they've not even followed it up. Or they're just simply not generating leads. So many people I see these days are scared to invest money in marketing, and so they go networking, and they think that that's not costing them anything, or it's costing £10 for breakfast. And the simple truth is, networking doesn't work very well, because you've got 50 people in the room who are all there to sell something and nobody there to buy something. Now, I'm not saying networking is a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. I do it myself. But what I am saying is that my belief about marketing is, often with small businesses certainly, is that it's not that they're doing the wrong marketing. It's that they're doing the right marketing in the wrong way. So networking could be done really badly. It can be done, okay, or it can be done fantastically well. And there lies the truth. And that's the same with probably all elements of your sales and marketing. You can do it well, you can do it okay, or you can do it poorly. And you know what? It's very rare that I meet somebody in business who's really good at it. And, I've been doing this now for a quarter of a century, and this being advising businesses, helping them, supporting them with their marketing and helping them to grow. And create sales. So I've been doing it for a quarter of a century now. And, in that time, you see lots of, similar things. There's only probably 20 or 30 mistakes that people make, really. And but I will tell you one of them is this: they try something and it doesn't work, so they go and try something else, and that will be one of the biggest mistakes. So I'll give you an example. They try Google AdWords, pay-per-click advertising. They give it a try. They don't have any training at all. They just sign up and spend a load of cash, and 3 weeks later they decide that what they've spent was a waste of time, and Google AdWords, pay-per-click advertising on Google, doesn't work. So we're going to try something else that doesn't work. So they go over and they do an exhibition, and they do one exhibition, not like, it's not a strategy of a year's exhibit in which they get better and better and better as they go along. They do a exhibition. Generally, it's a cheap exhibition. It's cost them 250 quid for a stand. And, it doesn't work. And so they think, well, exhibitions, that's a waste of time. But they get a strange, feeling about that they're actually doing something, and often then they move on to something else. They'll, I heard one of my clients the other day said, "Oh, we've been doing emailing for quite some time, Steve." So really, what do you do? Well, we send out a quarterly newsletter. Give me a break. A quarterly newsletter ain't gonna do it. That's like, trying to build a relationship, trying to build a friendship, trying to build a business relationship with somebody based on the fact that 4 times a year you're going to send them an email, and it simply is not going to work. The final thing I want to say today is another big mistake that people make is that they try to sell to people. See that sign there on my wall? People buy from people that they know, like, and trust. And they try to sell to people that they don't know. There's no relationship there. There's no idea whether they're interested in what they do. And in other words, they try and sell far too early in the process. There's no relationship. There's no knowledge. And they just go, do you want to buy this? Do you want to buy that? Do you want to buy the other? I get this all the time on LinkedIn now. It started to even happen on there. That's a networking website. And people are just, connecting me. And then, a minute later, they're trying to sell me something. I had a guy the other day tried to sell me translation services. He wanted, to be the person who helped me translate my marketing into other languages. Well, I've been going 25 years and I've never needed anybody to translate anything into another language. I've worked in Switzerland, I've worked in Germany, I've worked in Abu Dhabi, I've worked in Dubai and Saudi Arabia, all countries that are not, natural English speaking. And nobody's ever asked me to translate anything. And he's trying to sell it me, even though he has zero clue whether I need it or not. And that's the real problem. You wouldn't go to a networking event and go up to one person after another going, "Hi, my name's Steve Mills. Do you want to buy something from me?" Or, "Hi, my name's Steve Mills. Do you want to come on this workshop?" "Hi, my name's Steve Mills. Do you want to buy my SEO services?" You wouldn't behave like that. So why are you behaving like that on LinkedIn? So that's really what I wanted to say. What I would like you to do, if you want to know how to get this right, and this being sales and marketing, I have spent 25 years doing this, and you don't stick around for 25 years unless you know what you're doing. I've worked with thousands of businesses. I've worked in hundreds of different industries. And I've helped businesses to make literally millions and millions of pounds of additional, unforeseen, and before or never before acquired income. And that's what I do. That's what I'm a specialist in. I help businesses take marketing that's not working or not working at least as well as it could, and I help them improve that. That's fundamentally my main skill. The secondary skill is I help them to develop new marketing approaches. Now, it's easy for me to say that in front of you, and you're thinking, well, I'm not sure this guy can help me. So what I'd like to ask you to do is to come along to my webinar. It's free to attend. It's an hour long. It's on Thursday. It's at 12:30. And if you go to my website, which is www.stevemills.co, that's .co, and you can sign up for it. It'd be great to have you on the webinar. And, at the end of that time, you'll be able to make a more, I suppose, educated business decision as you want to take it to the next level, where we have a one-to-one meeting. Again, that's free. So, I'm not going, I'm practicing what I preach. I'm saying, right, get to know me, find out what I know. And you can do that for free. And then in the future, you'll be in a better position to understand whether this guy, Steve Mills, can help your business or not. So thank you ever so much for listening. That website again is www.stevemills, that's mills.co. That's .co. So thanks very much for listening.